extraordinary.
What they do is they assess your weaknesses in your credentials, which aren't weaknesses, but to them they are. And they say, well, she's a Rhodes Scholar, they're all New World Order. Because Cecil Rhodes did set that up to set up world government. And then,
although, as we've discussed, he left me out of it. He left me out of the information.
Well, regardless, you judge a tree by its fruits. Regardless, it isn't even about Naomi Wolf or Alex Jones. This is happening, so what are we going to do about it? And they always use fear and say, they'll get you, they'll round you up. No. We need to not go quietly in the night, not have a chilling effect, stand up and say no.
Exactly.
That's the only way, historically. Are you a member of the Council on Foreign Relations?
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, regardless, the CFR, when it was 2,000 members set up by British intelligence in 1922, was clearly a shadow government and still is, but now they've expanded to close to 5,000, and they have inner boards of it that are on the know and part of the military-industrial complex, invisible empire system, but they also try to co-opt. I happen to know, I'm not going to say that. I happen to know about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. I happen to know they're anti-New World Order, and I happen to know that they're that she's being co-opted in the name of helping African children. So just because she's a member of the CFR doesn't mean Angelina Jolie is New World Order. No, some of the films, they're trying to suck her in. The point is that we can't become a bunch of McCarthyites talking about the activists. The point is, Northcom has announced this. This is happening. And why do people in our movement always police us instead of looking at what's happening? And most of the time, they're operatives. And they explain in the Army Field Manual how to go out and claim that the real activists are agents.
That's so fascinating. I'll have to take a look at that. Well, in the meantime, I think we need to create some positive strategy for what to do. I mean, one of the things I really want to urge people to do is, and again, you've been very instrumental in helping me get past this, being stuck in this left-right paradigm, is that we really need to build this transpartisan army of citizens. And what I'm urging people to do is, in a closing society, when individuals say no according to their own circumstances, it's very powerful because it sends a message to the people around you. So, like, when officers at the RNC refuse to arrest these Iraq vets for peace, that's a way to say no. Talking about impeachment, bipartisan impeachment and prosecution of the president is a way to say no. We can talk about that when you like.
Well,
I hear the music revving up.
Yeah, sure. For the Internet audience, I'm going to skip this break. For everybody else, we'll be right back with your phone calls. On the other side, Naomi Wolf is our guest. Naomi, I know we're all over the map. It's because I have such passion, like you do, on this subject.
Sure.
And I know...
There's a lot to say.
And I know they've been creeping up, setting it up. I've been studying it probably like nobody else. And I'm so sad for my children, my wife, my family, for everybody else, because I know how real it is, and I've seen the video of the police saying, as they're beating you, I have rights. It's so sick, and it's so, and they're destroying their own future. They're compartmentalized, and most of them are post-traumatic stress disorder troops who are completely mentally ill. They put them in 3, 4, 5 tours on purpose to fry their brains.
Oh my God, I never thought of that.
Oh, well, we've got government documents on that as well. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, this is. Well,
what is your wife? I mean, what are your plans practically?
We're just going to go down with America. I mean, we're going to stay here and just like, I guess, Masada or something. And I think we can stop it if we're bold, if we have courage, if we speak out, if we say no. I mean, what's most encouraging is I had a couple members of Congress on, and I saw others. I think I saw Feinstein say 9,000 to 1 calls, but the other congressman said about 1,000 to 1 phone calls against the banker takeover bill.
Yeah, but did it help?
No, well, they threatened martial law, so no, it didn't. But the point is that no dictatorship can make it with 90+% against them, and so that's why they need a new president. Because it's a new front and people will think it's changed. I'm going to tell you, Northcom runs everything. They're in total control. It was really set up in 93, not in 2002. And their speeches CFR put out in 93. But instead of me preaching, I want to hear your solutions, and then I also want to take phone calls. But
okay, but while we're in between, do I have a minute to ask you a question while we're in between?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think I sort of brought this up before, but, I've been to events at the Council on Foreign Relations, and I've, been a Rhodes Scholar, and I know all these Rhodes Scholars, and I've never has anyone crossed my path with any hint of these, other agendas. I mean, I guess what I said to you last time is that an elite doesn't need to plan, so overtly, in the sense of, by definition, these Rhodes Scholars are in various positions of influence, but there's nobody ever speaks about an agenda of the kind that you described, that I'm aware of.
Well, here's the deal. For my study, not everybody that becomes a Rhodes Scholar, because it's so expanded, is on the inner circle. But Cecil Rhodes said he wanted an invisible British Empire, ruling through invisible roundtable groups. And, you got like Bill Clinton with Cordmeyer over him and the CIA section chief in London. And I mean, all of that. So, these things certainly, go on, but I judge a tree by its fruits. And the key here is, Naomi, I want to prepare my audience for victory.
Right.
I mean, they're so shocked that I can get movie stars on or rock and roll people or, foreign presidents. We have to be ready that we're telling the truth, that we're going to have allies, that people on the inside, people who've been part of the establishment are going to wake up and join us. And we have to understand that, as we have some victory, people go, well, it's impossible. We couldn't be having a victory. They must be agents. And that's not what's happening, is that...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so much of this system is based on people in newspapers, in media, in the elite, mid-level elite, thinking it's a good system and not seeing the big picture. Yeah, and as we pull the veil aside, we better be ready to have a bunch of allies. We better be ready to have victories and not have this loser attitude.
I hear what you're saying, and I think that's very positive. Can I ask, because your voice is very influential, if it's appropriate for you to ever vouch for me, in terms of these.
Well, Naomi, I say judge a tree by its fruits, and all your suggestions are great, and the information you put out is very accurate, and they don't like what you're doing right now, and they're trying to counter it. So certainly, clearly, you're against this, and so it doesn't matter. The information stands on its face, and I do vouch that your information's accurate, and you seem like a very nice, intelligent person who means well, and you talk about shattering the left-right paradigm, not just on this show, but I've seen you do it elsewhere, and and that's what they don't want. They don't want people coming together. Here we go. Back live.
And if it don't come soon, my crops will die.
The Bankman.
The Bankman says he likes me, but there's nothing he can do. He tells me that he's coming,
but the clouds are coming too. He ain't my friend, and I'll ride again.
And I'll ride again.
Naomi Wolf is our guest.
I'm an American Indian.
And I want to go to some phone calls, but Naomi, plug where people get the new book, where they get the new video. Specifically, I know they can get it on Amazon and places, but specifically, how do they go to the sites?
Sure. Well, the new book is called Give Me Liberty, and you can get it in bookstores or on Amazon or on my website. And there's a new movie of The End of America, and our distribution strategy is very much influenced by Alex Jones basically saying, let the people have the information and let them have it in a way that works for them, no matter what. So a lot of people have moved heaven and earth to do an internet release yesterday. So you can go to endofamericamovie.com and just download it for free or order the DVD as you like, and people can do screenings, which we're urging them to do for their fellow citizens, for their neighbors and friends, to alert them. This very vivid footage, a lot of archival footage, interviews with journalists and politicians who've come forward, and ordinary Americans whose lives have been ruined by these 10 steps and who've stood up and fought back, and then their action steps. And at myamericaproject.org, we're building, it's not completed yet, but we're in the process of building a site where citizens, we want to build a transpartisan movement of, many millions of Americans to be a kind of an army for the Constitution, an army for the restoration of the rule of law, and we're in a war, as Alex says. There are shades of difference in our understanding of the war, but we're, clearly in Give Me Liberty, I say we're in a war. It's a war against citizens. We have to recognize that we're in a war. We're in the front lines, and the war is being kind of waged in a very stealthy way, and it's time for us to fight back. So at the end of Give Me Liberty, there are these 55 action steps, whether it's here's how you write the op-eds, here's how you become the media, here's how you do radio. It's not just Alex Jones and Naomi Wolf. It should be everyone who's concerned about these issues, raising their voies, creating media, documenting.
Well, Naomi, that's the key. Sorry. That's what tells me you're for real, and that your heart is in the right place with people asking that, is because you're saying to individuals, go out with the info, take action, and then the info you're putting out is accurate. And so instead of arguing about whether Naomi Wolf or Alex Jones are good, men or women, folks, we have a predatory elite criminally consolidating and vertically integrating the world economy under tyrannical globalism, and we have to stand up and we have to fight back and we have to say no now. And I say to the military and the police and the bureaucrats and all of you, you're in your tightly sequestered kind of mob gang mentality, little peer pressure cultures. We have no future if you don't break out of that. And I assure you, things are going to lead in this country, and the globalists plan this to be very violent and very bloody. It's not going to go well for you, and then the globalists are going to come in posing as the saviors later with the velvet glove fist after you've been discredited and a lot of you go into prison.